Something is happening at your hairline and your crown, and you have been managing it, accommodating it, working around it, but never quite solving it. Fine. Thinning. Words you probably don't say out loud. But here is what nobody tells you. The women who look the most effortlessly put together after 60 are not the women with the most hair. They are the women who found the right 3 inches. The right shape. The right cut that does all the lifting so the hair doesn't have to. Every morning this is costing you something real. Not just volume, dimension, structure, the way your face reads in a room. A single wrong cut on fine thinning hair adds visual weight to the jaw, flattens the cheekbones, and pulls the entire face downward. That is 4 to 6 years added before you have said a single word. In part 3, there is one specific technique a senior colorist told me she uses on every fine-haired client over 60. And she said most women spend years in the wrong chair before they hear it. Today we are covering 3 short hairstyles that are specifically engineered for fine and thinning hair over 60. And by part 2, you are going to want to stop and look in the mirror. I mean it. Part 1 opens with the hairstyle most women dismiss too quickly. And it is the one doing the most extraordinary work on fine hair. Part 2 covers a style so quietly powerful that the women who wear it almost never go back. Part 3 delivers the technique that ties everything together and makes any of these 3 cuts last twice as long between appointments. And Part 4 has something I have never covered before on this channel. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I cover this every week. Part 1. The textured pixie bob. The cut that creates volume from almost nothing. You have probably walked past a pixie bob in a magazine and thought, not for me. Too short. Too bold. Too much of a statement. But here is the thing you were never told. The pixie bob is not a statement for women with fine thinning hair. It is a solution. And the women who try it almost always say the same thing afterward. I wish I had done this 5 years ago. This is the one a friend of mine saw on another woman at a dinner party, spent 45 minutes working up the courage to ask about, and then called her stylist the next morning. Let's be clear about what fine thinning hair is actually doing to your silhouette right now. If you are wearing any length below the chin, even a soft bob, gravity is pulling your fine hair flat against your head. That creates a narrow, elongated line from crown to jaw. And a narrow crown with a heavy jawline is one of the fastest ways to add years without knowing why. The textured pixie bob solves this in 3 specific ways. First, length. The pixie bob sits between the ear and the nape of the neck. That is the magic zone. At that length, your hair is no longer fighting gravity over 4 or 5 inches of shaft. It sits. It holds. It behaves. Second, texture. The cut is not blunt. It is razor cut or point cut at the ends, which means the tips of each strand are fractionally lighter than the root. That lightness creates the visual illusion of movement and volume without a single strand being added. Yes, that's simple. Third, the shape. A well-executed pixie bob is longer at the front than the back. That diagonal line, longer at the cheek, shorter at the nape, draws the eye upward. Your cheekbones, your beautiful eyes, your natural elegance. Suddenly they are the first thing anyone sees. Not the flatness. Not the thinning. The structure that was always there. Ask your stylist for these exact words. A disconnected textured pixie bob, point cut ends, longer at the cheekbone, tapered nape. If they look uncertain, find a stylist who specializes in fine hair over 50. That specialization matters more than any product you will ever buy. Here is one maintenance truth about this cut. It needs a trim every 5 to 6 weeks. Fine hair grows unevenly, and once this cut loses its shape at the nape, the whole illusion collapses. Set the appointment before you leave the chair. Every single time. You needed to hear this. The next part covers a style that has been quietly transforming fine hair for decades, and almost nobody on YouTube talks about it in the specific way it deserves. That is next. Part 2. The soft feathered crop. The style that rewrites your face. Most women over 60 with fine thinning hair have tried a shortcut at least once, and most of them came home feeling like something was not quite right. The cut was short, but it felt flat. It felt blunt. It felt older somehow, not younger. Here is what nobody explained to you. A shortcut and a feathered shortcut are 2 entirely different animals. One adds volume through length removal. the other adds volume through movement architecture. And if you have fine thinning hair, you need the second one. This is the detail most stylists skip. Not because they don't know it, but because it takes longer to execute and most salon appointments run short. The soft feathered crop is a cut where every layer is intentionally angled away from the face. Each section of hair, crown, side, nape, is cut on a diagonal angle so that when it falls naturally, it fans outward slightly rather than lying flat. On thick hair, that is subtle. On fine thinning hair, it is everything. Here is what this specific cut does for your face shape. The feathered layers at the temples add horizontal width at exactly the right height, just above the cheekbone. That width makes the face appear shorter from crown to chin, which reads as lifted. It communicates youth without performing it. And for those of you with a longer face shape, this is one of the most corrective cuts in existence. The crown layers are the other critical piece. Ask your stylist to leave the crown layers slightly longer than the sides, approximately half an inch. Those longer crown pieces, when blow-dried with a round brush rolling upward and forward, create a peak of natural volume that gives the entire head its shape. Without that length differential, the crown sits flat and the whole cut looks one-dimensional. Write this one down. The front pieces, the wisps that frame the face, are left the longest. They land just at or slightly below the cheekbone. This is intentional. Those pieces frame your eyes. They give the viewer somewhere to land when they look at you. And your bone structure, those beautiful eyes, your natural elegance, they carry that frame beautifully. The words to use with your stylist: a soft feathered crop, angled layers throughout, crown left slightly longer for volume, temple width at cheekbone height, face framing pieces to the cheekbone. If they reach for the clippers before asking you any questions, stop them. This cut is executed with scissors and a razor. Clippers alone will give you texture, but not architecture. Maintenance on this cut is gentler than the Pixie bob. 6 to 8 weeks between trims. Use a volumizing mousse at the roots before blow drying and work section by section rather than all at once. The time difference is about 90 seconds. The result difference is significant. What is coming next is the part 1 mentioned in the intro. The senior colorist technique that makes both of these cuts work harder and last longer. Most women never hear this until they are already in the chair of someone who knows. That changes right now. Part 3, the layered taper cut and the colorist technique that changes everything. There is a reason some short haircuts on fine thinning hair look like they are defying gravity. Like there is more hair there than there actually is. And there is a reason most short haircuts on fine thinning hair look like the opposite. The women in the first group are not using more product. They are not using better product. They know one thing the second group does not. And after today you will be in the first group. The layered taper cut is the third of our 3 styles. And technically, it is the most precise. Every layer is cut to a different length, graduating from shortest at the nape to longest at the crown. The taper at the nape is close enough that the neck looks elegant, long and defined. The crown sits full. The transition between the two creates the illusion of density that fine hair alone cannot produce. Now, the colorist technique. A senior colorist I spoke to, 22 years in fine hair, told me this is the single most impactful thing she does for clients over 60, and it is almost never discussed openly. It is called shadow rooting. Shadow rooting means placing a slightly deeper tone, usually 1 or 2 shades darker than the base color, only at the root and crown area. Not all over. Just at the root. Just at the source. Here is the science of why it works on fine thinning hair. When all of your hair is one uniform light tone from root to tip, the eye reads it as flat and one-dimensional. There is no depth signal. Your brain registers the hair as sparse. But when the root is slightly deeper and the mid-shaft and ends are lighter, the eye reads layering, dimension, and density. Even when the actual number of strands has not changed. You are not adding hair. You are adding the visual impression of hair. This one is everything. Ask your colorist for this exact description. A shadow root in a tone 1 to 2 levels darker than my base, applied only to the root zone and crown, blended softly at 2 inches from the scalp. No harsh line. Soft melt. The words soft melt matter. Without them, some colorists will give you a hard root, which creates a striped effect rather than a dimensional one. Say soft melt. The layered taper cut combined with shadow rooting is the closest thing to a complete transformation I have ever seen on fine thinning hair. The cut creates structure. The color creates depth. Together, they create hair that looks deliberately styled and effortlessly full. Your bone structure was always capable of carrying this look. It was just waiting for the right framework. There is a fourth thing, something I have never covered before on this channel, that makes all three of these cuts perform at their absolute best for women over 60. And it is not a product, not a tool. It is a decision made before you ever sit in the salon chair. That is in part 4, and it starts right now. Part 4. The decision you make before you sit in the chair. Before a single pair of scissors opens. Before the cape goes around your shoulders. Before you answer the stylist's first question. There is one decision that determines whether any of the three cuts we covered today will actually work on your hair. Most women never make this decision consciously. They sit down, they describe what they want, they hope for the best. And then they leave with something that is almost right. Not quite. Just slightly off in a way they cannot name. The decision is this. Choose your stylist before you choose your style. That sounds obvious. It is not. Here is what most women over 60 with fine thinning hair actually do. They find a cut they love in a photo. They bring it to whoever is available. And they ask that person to recreate it. The problem is not the photo. The problem is not even the stylist's skill in general. The problem is that fine thinning hair over 60 requires a specific category of expertise, and not every skilled stylist has it. I watched a woman walk into a well-regarded salon last year. Beautiful posture, striking bone structure, exactly the kind of face that a great shortcut would have transformed. She showed the stylist a photo of a soft feathered crop. The stylist nodded. And 40 minutes later, the woman had something that technically resembled the photo, but had none of its energy. No movement. No architecture. No dimension. She tipped generously and said thank you because she did not have the language to name what was missing. What was missing was the stylist's specific experience with fine hair weight distribution. Here is what to ask before you book a single appointment. Ask the salon this question directly. Do you have a stylist who specializes in fine or thinning hair for clients over 50? Not, do you have someone who can do short hair? Not, is anyone available Thursday? That specific question. Those specific words. Yes. That exact question. If the answer is yes, ask to speak to that stylist by phone for 5 minutes before the appointment. In that call, describe your hair, fine thinning, no dramatic body, and name one of the three cuts from today. Listen to how they respond. A specialist will ask you 2 or 3 clarifying questions immediately. A generalist will say yes and move on. The second part of the decision is about photographs. Not one photo. 3. Bring 3 images of the same cut on 3 different women. All 3 women should have hair that appears fine or thin. All 3 images should show the cut from different angles, front, 3/4, and back. When your stylist sees 3 consistent references across different heads of fine hair, they understand the result you need, not just the shape, but the behavior, the way it sits, the way it moves. This is the difference between a cut that works for 4 weeks and a cut that works for 4 months. Combine the right stylist with the right references, and any of the 3 cuts we covered today will perform at a level that surprises you. The textured pixie bob, the soft feathered crop, the layered taper cut. All 3 are capable of completely transforming how your face reads in every room you walk into. Your hair does not have to be thicker. It just has to be cut by someone who understands exactly what it can do when it is given the right shape. That is yours now. You just learned 3 specific short hairstyles engineered for fine thinning hair over 60. The textured pixie bob, the soft feathered crop, and the layered taper cut. Plus the shadow rooting technique that makes all 3 perform at a level most women never access. And you learn the one decision that makes or breaks every appointment before you ever sit down. You did not just watch a video. You walked out of it with a plan. Boom. Your bone structure was always this stunning. Now you have the cut to prove it. Tell me in the comments, which of these 3 styles are you planning to try first? And has anyone tried shadow rooting already? I want to hear how it changed things for you. Next time, we are getting into the one styling mistake women over 60 with fine hair make every single morning. And it is undoing everything a great cut just gave you. That one is coming soon. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I will see you in the next one.